Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast. Today we're featuring a 2024 Jeep. This is a Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited. It's an AEV conversion. It's a clean title, clean Carfax car. It's got 2,500 miles on it. We can finance it through Cuddle. We can put an extended warranty on it, and we welcome trades. We purchased this out of California and then ended up selling it to a customer of ours who had another AEV tray bed that he just sold. He bought this and now he's going to get into some real estate opportunity and is getting rid of his, I don't know, toys, but his rigs, I would say. So this had a $92,000 MSRP from Jeep. AEV built it out. That MSRP was taken out to $118,000. And then you have an Ursa mine at the top, which is I think was about 12 grand. And then you have a Goose floor system, which is all storageable, storage and locking storage in the back, which I'll show you. If you're not familiar with the 392, it's a beast of a Jeep. We absolutely love them. Everybody we've sold one to, or everybody that knows has had one, has really liked them. And 24 is the last year of production. So you're seeing a lot of the 24s being sold at much higher than MSRP. And since they're not being sold beyond this year, they're expensive. So AEV badging is all over the place. They've also got AEV. They convert the gauges and they go through these things completely. And then you do have an optional build on them. So, and this has most of the stuff AEV offered. 118 is a really nice sticker. So we've got extra frames for the kit. We have keys for the locking storage. You have a tuner. We have a winch controller. So the roof, you've got two panels here in the center that pop out so that you can access that and then they go back in. You can drop them in from above or below. This has only got 2,500 miles on it. Hasn't really been driven. Super clean cosmetically. Doesn't need anything, of course, mechanically. Still covered under an AEV and a Jeep factory warranty. And if you're wondering about the AEV stuff, if you're looking for authenticity, you're going to get a badge or a VIN tag. Excuse me. So they do their own VIN. And that way they can warranty their products. So AEV, if you're not familiar with them, American Expedition Vehicles. And they've been around a long time. They have a great reputation. They do really nice stuff. So our customer has built these on his own just with AEV components and typically uses the front bumper. One of the nice things about the AEV is that they allow you to extend the front camera. So you just end up, it's a wiring, so they just provide the housing so you don't lose that. And then overkill on the lights there, and then the winch with synthetic line. 470 horsepower, 470 pounds-foot of torque. There's your, that's the floor system. And then these are the two panels. Those you can put in from the top or the bottom. We do have two master keys for this. We have the books. So there's the keys. And then the books. Red leather, which is a nice touch for the 392. You've got embossed for the Rubicon, and then you have AEV in the headrest. Not a bad touch. Alright, so push button start, you'll hear this thing. And then you do have, hold on. They've got a, yeah, it's on performance mode, so you do have a gas. You have a exhaust which changes the baffle completely. I'm going to roll that up, roll the windows up. So the rest of the rig is, I mean, it should be in new condition. It is in new condition. Passenger side door, seat, dash. So one of the factors or identifying things in an AEV is they do redo the gauges for whatever reason. So you should have if it is a traditional AEV and it's just not aftermarket components, you'll have a gauge cluster that identifies as AEV, and this is different. So if you're not familiar with these, well, you've got to be familiar with, you're looking at this thing, you've got to know what you're looking at. Aux down here is something that Jeep started doing a number of years ago, and it was a great idea because there's so many aftermarket accessories. It just allows you to wire directly into those switches, so you don't have to put a panel in here. Your sway bar disconnect, your locking diffs, windows, climate control. We do like the display, so much. It's quite a bit bigger than previous generation. You have, this is the 4-wheel drive stuff, so your locking diffs, accessory gauges. This is important if you're, especially if you're in someplace like Moab, where it's going to get hot. You definitely want to know the temperatures of your fluids that are sitting underneath you. And then everything else is straightforward. It does have Apple CarPlay, of course, navigation, comfort is climate, media, satellite radio, then Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. That's just all straightforward stuff. So cruise control, you do have adaptive cruise. You have a paddle shift, so you have an upshift on the right, there's a downshift on the left, your onboard stuff here to change your display, and then voice control, Bluetooth activation, driving lights, fog lights. You have blind spot, so you can tell by the triangle there in the rear view, you've got blind spot mirror. So power source is up here. This is part of the Ursa Minor. So this gives you, it does have LED lighting in the tent area, and then you have power sources. So once you're up above, you have access to that. And then they also put, you've got zip pouches here for storage, which is nice. Trying anything else. So HomeLink does, these 3 buttons are programmable for security gates and garage door openers. You have surround view cameras. Well, I shouldn't say surround view. You got a front, and then you've got that's a trail cam, so you can see where you're headed. So like approach angles, stuff like that. Trying to think of anything else. I've got pictures of all the stuff, all the accessories we've got, in addition to just the books and the manuals. Pretty straightforward. We love AEV stuff. They've and you don't see a lot of well, I don't know if we haven't seen a lot of the Ursa Minor tops yet. That may become more of a popular thing, maybe not, but certainly an interesting configuration. If you have questions or would like additional information, please feel free to contact us, and you can reach us at 503-227-2354, and thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast.